The first video conference with the mayors of the region, who are on the front line protecting their citizens, has just ended. Of course, I've conveyed a message of appreciation for the work they are doing. But my message to them and my message to you is clear and direct. This has only just begun. The hardness of these early days of confinement should not defeat us, but make us stronger. We have to think that with our attitude, with our individual behavior, we are saving or taking lives. It's a harsh reality. Isolation or confinement, staying at home, is essential and vital for the future of the region as we know it. The economic effects will be severe. We know it, and we will implement and demand measures as necessary. I shall insist until I lose my voice. Now is the time to survive and save our lives. To do so, please stay at home, don't go out, don't go anywhere. Just do it for what's strictly necessary. Please don't travel, don't move around, and don't visit anyone. There will be time for it. I inform you that I've asked the government delegation for cooperation in activating all police forces and punish those who do not take this warning into account. The one skipping our recommendation is playing with the lives of others, and I will not allow it. As I've already said, we will go as far as necessary, and we shall suffer, if that's the case, the judgment of those who will evaluate the management of this crisis in the future. But today, the government of the region of Murcia asks the government of Spain to take another step. And I will tell them next Sunday by video conference to the Prime Minister. I will ask him to ban any kind of activity that is not essential for the supply and survival of the population. Everything else should remain closed. Let's put fewer lives at risk. Let's avoid contagion. The sacrifice will be worth it. You are the best thing this land has, its people. On this journey, I do not want to forget to thank the heroes without cape, as they are referred to in many comments, those who have to go out and work so that we can all be safe. Our healthcare professionals, of course, their sacrifice and effort are immeasurable. There are no words to describe it. I am also thankful to the local police forces, the civil protection, state security forces and the armed forces for the work they are doing these days, for helping to ensure confinement at these difficult times, for supporting what's important, saving lives. Thanks to truck drivers, farmers, fishermen, chemists, news agents, cleaning staff, the people who are in charge of supermarkets and grocery stores, who guarantee the supply chain. I am moved by the solidarity experienced these days, which is the solidarity of which a region is an example. I am receiving numerous calls and messages these days from associations or collective entities who offer themselves to the people of Murcia to do whatever it takes. The last one was just a few minutes ago from the regional agricultural sector, which offered us all its tractors to fumigate the streets, to use them for whatever is needed. Thank you so much. Many thanks also to the media, who these days are demonstrating their vocation of service to society. You are extremely important and priceless to make everyone aware of the seriousness of the situation. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of the 1.5 million Murcian citizens. Today I would like to add another thank you, thanks to the mayors of the region of Murcia. Town councils are the institution that is closest to the citizen, the most immediate, the first one to know about any needs. That's why now, and I've told them, their role is essential. These are also hard times for them, but I wanted to make it clear to them that they are not alone. They have the autonomous community, the government of the region of Murcia, and this president at their side. We are at their service to do anything in our power to submit their ideas and their proposals to the government of Spain, which has taken control of the situation during the state of alarm and with which we maintain a loyal and smooth communication. We are in a phase in which absolutely all of us, must be involved in promoting social awareness to stay at home, to live only when strictly necessary. I have also asked the municipal officials to monitor the most vulnerable. We must manage to leave no one behind, and no one should feel alone or neglected. The government of the region of Murcia have put in place measures from the first moment, those necessary despite its complexity or harshness. The situation created by this health crisis is having an impact on the economy, both of citizens and local entities. That is why we have agreed on a series of measures that on the one hand will alleviate domestic economies, such as the exception of fees, and on the other hand will allow municipalities not to suffer the consequences of this revenue reduction thanks to a funding line that we will launch. The main measure is the exception in all administrative fees accrued within 3 months of the declaration of the state of alarm. For Murcian citizens, this will mean saving almost 4 million euros. We will also approve the deferral of own and assigned taxes. On the other hand, the fractional payment of environmental and gambling taxes will be delayed until the 20th of June. Also, in the face of this extraordinary situation, the regional government shall modify the tax schedule of the municipalities with which the regional tax agency has a tax management agreement. The period for voluntary collection of market, road use, waste and road tax will initially be extended until July. In the conversation I had with the mayors, I've informed them that the community has made available to the local corporations, which are affected by this modification of the tax schedule, an advance line amounting to 10 million euros to alleviate possible treasury tensions. We thus strengthen the town councils in the face of the economic consequences stemming from the coronavirus crisis. In addition, and as a support measure for SMEs who benefit from the loans granted by the regional administration in its various financial lines, the possibility of requesting the deferment of payment or corresponding interests throughout 2020 will be possible. The third installment may be fractioned as well. In the field of health, as you know, we have reorganized the human and material resources of the Murcian health services in order to strengthen primary care, to be more effective in providing the service and reducing the risks of contagion among professionals. For healthcare professionals, starting this weekend, parking in hospitals will be free of charge. In the case of visits for admitted patients, well, you know they are restricted for health reasons and as a prevention measures. But we are aware that the day-to-day in hospital becomes hard for people who are there, especially when they can't have any visitors. We have already given the instruction to make television free in all public hospitals in the Murcian region. Today we will sign the agreement with the relevant companies and it will be effective from this weekend. In terms of prevention, I would also like to announce that the forest brigades of the autonomous community have begun to fumigate this morning in order to disinfect those highly sensitive areas such as tram stops, bus stations and accesses to hospitals. I've said it from the beginning and I would like to stress it. We will do anything, absolutely anything, whatever is in our power to prevent this virus from spreading. Let no one doubt that this government is and will remain responsible, as all of you are. We have an absolutely clear priority, and this priority is health, life. We will have to endure for a few more weeks. The experts tell us that the worst is yet to come, that we must be patient, that we must be prepared for what is coming. This is my message to you today, but let it be absolutely clear that we are going to make it. Thank you very much for your attention.